Alright guys, so we are going to be doing inequality word problems, which are very similar to word problems, the two-step word problems that we were doing before. The only difference is instead of an equal sign, we are going to be using an inequality. So this first one says the band concert is being held at our gym that can hold no more than 450 people. The bleachers seat 60 people. There will be 26 rows of chairs set up. At most, how many people can sit in each row? So that word can hold no more than, which is here. That tells us that we are going to be using the greater than the less than or equal to sign, because we don't want it to go over that number, and that number is 450. Okay, so they said that there's going to be 60, the bleachers can fit 60 people, plus there's going to be 26 rows set up and a certain amount of people on each row. So we're going to try to determine what P is, which would be the amount of people in those 26 rows, which is answering the question, at most, how many people can sit in each row. So now that we've set up on our inequality, we're going to just solve like we normally would. So we're going to subtract 60 on both sides first. When we do that, we get 26P is less than or equal to, and then 450 minus 60 is going to give us 390. Okay, the last step here would be to divide by 26 on each side, which is going to leave us with P is less than or equal to, and 26 into 390. So 26 into 390. 26 goes into 39 one time. When we subtract, we get 13, bring down our 0, and 26 goes into 130 5 times, which is 130. So we get P is less than or equal to 15. So P is less than or equal to 15 people. So it can be any number that is less than or equal to that. Alright, for our next one, Miss Chan's has $10.30. Bagels cost 65 each, and a container of cream cheese costs $2.50. What is the greatest number of bagels that Miss Chan's can buy if she also buys a container of cream cheese? So the key word here would be what is the greatest number, so we don't want it to go over a specific number. So we're going to use the, again, less than or equal to sign, and that would be her $10.30 that she can spend, because she can't spend any more than that. She can spend up to or right at $10.30. So we know that she wants to buy a container of cream cheese, which is $2.50, plus bagels for 65 cents each. So that would be 0.65, and then I'm going to use, instead of a B, because it might look like a 6, I'm going to use an E. Okay, so that's going to represent our bagels. So now that we've got our inequality, we're going to go ahead and solve. So I'm going to subtract 250 on both sides. Okay, 250 goes away. I'm left with 0.65E is less than or equal to, and then 1030 minus 250, you're going to have to borrow here. This becomes a 13, this will be a 9, and that's gone. So you're going to get $7.80. Okay, and then last step is to divide both of these by 65 hundredths. Okay, and then 65 into 780, so it's 0.65 into 7.80. So I'm going to slide my decimal twice on the outside, which means I'm going to slide my decimal twice on the inside. Oops, my 7 went away there. Okay, so 65 can go into 78 one time. 65, subtract, and we get 13, 0. And then 65 can go into 130. That is going to be 2 times. And we get 130, because 65 times 2, we get 130. So that's going to be, our answer will be E is less than or equal to 12 bagels. Okay, now what you're going to do next is you're going to finish this PowerPoint and by doing the puzzle. So this whole slide has a bunch of equations, this whole slide has a bunch of answers, and this whole slide has them all being graphed. So you're going to start with the first one. You're going to read the scenario and say you think all these pieces move around here. Got to be careful with how you move them, right? All of these move. So say you find out that the answer is this one right here. What you're going to do is you're going to tap it and you're going to hit cut and it'll delete it but copy it at the same time, and then you will hit paste and it'll come onto the slide and you'll maneuver it to where it fits. And then say you look around here and you move all your things around and you see, oh, it actually equals this one right here. Again, hit cut so it removes it, and then paste and it'll stick it on here. And eventually, these are not the right answers. Say down here you think it's this graph, we're going to cut it, we're going to paste it. Eventually it'll make a little puzzle. The 4 pieces should all fit together nicely. Okay, so this is what you are going to do. You're going to complete the slides. Make sure you add your work as well. Good luck.